She's headed to the pyramid. She's working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid.
Welcome back to another vlog. If you guys haven't seen the first episode of the Mauritania Diaries, make sure to go watch that vlog. We're actually starting our second week in Mauritania. I actually cannot believe we've been here for a week. It's weird because the days are definitely very slow and long, but somehow time just goes by so quickly here. Every day we've been mainly seeing family. We really tried to prioritize seeing family like the first few days, and recently we've been seeing a few friends because my mom has a couple friends that are in xoxo for the summer. But this weekend I'm going to a wedding. The wedding prep begins now. Honestly, for me it's not that serious because I'm literally just a +1, but I'm getting my henna done today. I wanted to get my henna done twice, so I wanted to get it done as soon as I got here and then right before I leave so that it was fresh, but I never got around to getting it done when I got here because as soon as you land you gotta go say hi to everyone. So today I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna do something a little bit more simple just because I don't have the whole day to sit and let it dry. The traditional henna that a lot of people do takes a lot longer to do and also for it to dry, but I definitely want to get like my tips done, and then I'm just gonna honestly tell her whatever she wants to do, just make it look good, but probably something on the more simple side just because I don't have too much time. We have one more week in the city and then I'm going to Dakar, Senegal for a week. I've never been to Senegal and I'm so excited. I feel like there's just so much to see in Senegal. There's a lot of history, so I'm really excited for that trip, inshallah.
الورد لا تترك يدين العرب حوله حتى ولو منطقة ما عاد إن جاء على بالي أن يديني الطولة يجي على بالي.
This is what the henna looks like. It got really dark, especially my fingertips. This part here is a little bit lighter than my fingertips. I didn't end up getting my whole hand because we got to my cousin's house late and so we didn't have time. And they also just didn't have set-in, which is a lot faster of a process. I ended up doing just the traditional henna where they use the Mauritanian henna tape. You might have seen it on TikTok before. And it takes hours. It took 2 hours for them to do it and put the henna on, and then after that you have to wait 2.5 hours with the henna on and wrapped up in plastic and paper, and then you can take the plastic off, and once the henna dries all the way through then you can flake off the henna. But it was taking forever. I literally had my hands outside the window as we were driving back to my aunt's house, and then eventually I just ended up taking it off earlier than I probably should have because I needed to go to the bathroom. I have the smallest bladder in the world. The design ended up coming out pretty well. For some odd reason the back is darker than the front, which I don't mind, but Mauritanian henna is no joke, you guys. It is an all-day affair. It takes hours for it to dry, but when it comes out it is so beautiful. It's so dark. I've noticed that it lasts a lot longer than some of the desi henna that I've gotten in the States. Later that day we stopped at the markets to do some jewelry shopping. I love the traditional jewelry in Mauritania, and for dinner we had one of my favorite dishes, firir. Oh, that's really good. After breakfast, we checked out this really cool museum. It's the museum of the Prophet's life, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It had a really cool setup with different screens just talking about different aspects of the Prophet's life, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we booked a tour. We got to see live models of the city of Mecca and Medina. It was honestly a really cool experience, and at the end they had a little bookshop that had books, perfumes, tesbihs, pens, and stationery. It is wedding day. I thought the wedding was on Friday, but it's actually today, and we have a lot on the agenda for today. This morning, I'm actually going to the Women's Association for Combating Poverty and Illiteracy, the organization that Mishwara donates 10% of our profits to. We're going to be giving all of those proceeds along with all of the donations that you guys have donated. So jazakallah khair from the bottom of my heart if you guys have taking the extra time to donate. You guys can still donate directly on our website. I'm excited to go visit the organization. Tonight we have the wedding or urs in Hassania, and traditionally what women will wear is a type of medefa called sbaqa. So I'm borrowing my aunt's sbaqa medefa. It's this gorgeous maroon brown, and it's got like hints of this like mustard yellow. And the detailing on these are insane. The way that they create the pattern is they use very tiny strings of thread, like sewing thread, and so it is really well handcrafted. and it takes a lot of effort to create. It's a little bit of a starchier material, so I'm a little wary about that because I'm not used to wearing this type of material. I've never worn a metafel like this, and I could have technically worn Percy, but when else am I gonna get the opportunity to wear this? So I'm wearing this, bring my Marc Jacobs bag, and I'm just gonna end up sleeping over at my cousin's house because weddings run late. We did some shopping yesterday. We stopped by 2 boutiques in Nouakchott. Both had such beautiful pieces. I really wanted to get like traditional Mauritanian jewelry. You guys should definitely check out both the boutiques if you guys are ever in Nouakchott. I took a picture of the names and the numbers of the boutiques if you guys are ever in Nouakchott. Okay, so from the first boutique, I got a set of earrings and a ring. I got these like wood and silver earrings. They're like the traditional dark, almost black wood silver earrings. I got a matching ring to go along with it. I don't typically wear silver, but sometimes on occasion I'm willing to mix metals. And the guy that owns the store was so kind. My mom got some bracelets and he is always kind and always just like throws in extra gifts. Then we checked out this other boutique that had really cool stuff. I got 2 bangles. These have been on my Pinterest board for a minute. They're a lot heavier. I think they're like kind of almost like a glass material, but I got this like a cream colored one and then this brown one. Today we visited the Women's Association for Combating Poverty and Illiteracy based in Nouakchott, Mauritania. The organization that Mishwara is committed to supporting. They teach women hard skills like dyeing, cooking, sewing, and even how to make rugs. They also facilitate the sponsorship of orphans to make education more accessible. Access to clean water is a commodity in Mauritania, and this organization works to build solar water pumps to provide clean water. I honestly can't say enough about the positive impact this org does, and I can't thank you all enough for your help in making an impact in Mauritania.
What the hell? Of course.
I was bored, so I did a little Q&A story situation over on my Instagram, and I got a lot of questions about my Hassania, whether or not I speak Hassania, if I've been practicing it, has it been getting better? So I used to speak Hassania when I was very, very young, but I pretty much stopped speaking Hassania once I started going to school. Both of my parents speak Hassania and Pular, but at home they primarily speak Pular amongst each other. And so I can understand both Pular and Hassania, but I can't really speak. Out of the two, I'm definitely a lot better at speaking Hassania than Pular. I think because I used to be able to speak it, and my mom says that every time we'd go to Mauritania over the summer, my sisters and I would come back speaking Hassania. I feel like every time we come back to Mauritania, it's always the same cycle of just regretting not learning and practicing Hassania. It's definitely not easy because we live in Southern California. There aren't really a lot of Mauritanians in Southern California like there are in like Ohio or Kentucky. So there's not really anyone that we could practice with on the daily. But this is the first time that I've come to Mauritania without my sisters, and I feel like that has definitely made a difference because there's not really anyone to enable me. Over the years coming to Mauritania with my sisters or just like being around cousins that speak English, I a lot of the times just don't feel the need to speak Hassania, and it's really bad because the few opportunities that I have to actually practice it, I don't. But this time I've been trying to make a little bit more of an effort, and it's definitely a bad habit that I have to break because I'm so used to just speaking English or having people translate for me. But in the long run, that's not really sustainable, and I've talked about this a lot, that it really does hold you back in terms of your familial relationships and just connecting with your family when you have a language barrier. Especially with my grandparents, it's like we have never been really able to like properly communicate, and that makes me sad because that's like a whole relationship that is kind of lost and will only ever be surface level. It's definitely something I want to continue to make a little bit more of an effort at. Like even if I have to mix in English with Hassania, at least that's something. All in all, it's a work in progress. Also, I started reading 3 Strong Women by Mariam Njai. It's by a Senegalese author, and it's an anthology of stories. Very interesting so far. I think I'm gonna pack this. I pretty much finished packing. I need to pack my skincare, my makeup, and just like some last minute things. Probably end up finishing all of that up tomorrow.
الورد له كثرة يدين العرب حوله حتى ولو منقطة ما عاد يغريني إن جاء على باله إني ديني الطولة يجي على بالي أتبرم.
Ima tasa, ima bonela, ikana makosa. Ima tasa, ima bonela.